For students who have completed the Science MCAS and are ready to take the student questionnaire, you must lock and unlock the student sessions. You will notice in your progress bar for the science sessions, you have Grade 8 Science Session 1 and you have Grade 8 Session 3 questionnaire. When a student has completed Session 1, you simply lock their Session 1 test by using the drop-down arrow and clicking on Lock. And then, using the same process for Session 3, using the drop-down arrow and clicking Unlock. Again, for Session 1, you click on the drop-down arrow and lock Session 1. And then for Session 3, click on the drop-down arrow and click Unlock. Now, if this was a live science session, this ready box here would be in the completed status. So it would be marked blue because we don't want the student to take the student questionnaire until they've completed the test. So once the student has completed the test, Session 1 would be marked completed. And we're going to go ahead and mark the completed session as locked. So you're going to drop down arrow on the completed test and lock the test. And then under Session 3, you're going to unlock the questionnaire. The student will then go back in and sign into the test, and it will sign them into Session 3. So again, this would be seen as blue in blue, and it would read completed. You'll click on the drop-down arrow, lock the completed test, unlock Session 3. The student would go back in, sign into their test, and when they sign in, because Session 1 is now locked, they would see Session 3 and they can start the student questionnaire. You'll also notice up here in your progress window, your progress bar, you're going to see some tests as locked and some tests as unlocked. This is because some students are still taking Session 1 and some students are now taking Session 3. So you have a mixed progress bar. And so you can actually see who's taking what. And you can also go in, and if you click on the arrow here, you can go in and see the status of your students and where they're in the test progress. And you can do that for both the student questionnaire and for the science test progress. Obviously, we don't see anything because this isn't a live session. Everybody is still in the ready status. Nobody is actually actively taking the test. So if you're comfortable and you are comfortable locking and unlocking a student's session, you can certainly do this for your students when they've completed the test for science. If not, we will be monitoring when students have completed a test, and we will go ahead and lock the session and unlock the session. But if you are comfortable, you can certainly go ahead and do that for your students right away so that they don't have to wait for one of the test coordinators to see that the test has been completed and unlocked on our end. So just need to remember to randomly refresh your screen to see that it has been done for your student, and then you can let them know that they can log in themselves. But if you are comfortable doing it, you can certainly do it for your student immediately once they have completed the test, and they can go ahead and log right back into the session.